on the mix in the studio with me. I got him in here. I brought him in here. Everybody say, hey, man, you talking about that Thriller in Manila? MONSON got to get past his primary. I said, listen, man, this guy right here is battle tested. This dude right here still got his elbow on sharp. He still do. And we don't know if he can still kick his knees up. He used to be a drum major. That's been a long time. He got a bad back. He cannot kick his knees up like he used to. You cannot do, you going out of here with that. See how it is. I heard everything in you pop. Don't do it. Don't. You. He say he still got a 90.
How long we gonna do this?
He held up a 90. He still got it, people. I got my main man in here. You gotta step to the microphone. I got the main man in here. He's the leader, the inventor of the $2 Thursday. I got MONSON in here. State representative, House District 56 is in the building. I got him in the building, man. Finally got you up in here. We've been running them ads. You act like you was trying to hype for the WWE. And on this day, I'm a great baby. You had to throw that in there too.
They gotta know what's happening. They gotta know what's happening.
From mama from Carver home, daddy from where your dad from? Perry home.
CP on the back. You understand?
CP is in the building.
Yeah, Carver Perry.
In the building. This is Atlanta home. Born and bred this metro Atlanta area. CP, you in business, man. People know you because y'all been on Metropolitan. I still call it Stewart Avenue. Y'all been over there for a number of years.
Yes.
And you are the inventor of the $2 Thursday.
Yeah, you in the team, man.
Yeah. You and the team, y'all got the $2 Thursday on lock. I'm telling you, the whole family over there. People know LaCour's. They gonna tear the doors down on Thursday.
That's right.
And them food trucks be lined up out there.
Everybody.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I go over there, I have to go hit them food trucks on Thursday.
Right.
I had to hit them, man.
This is what economic stability look like.
Right. Y'all do that. Y'all don't mind them out there servicing the customer.
Because they help me.
Right.
I can't feed all of them.
You can't feed all them people.
So I need all this.
You need all that to keep it going.
That's right.
CP, this 56, House District 56, it's a historical district because of Abel Maple.
Yes.
Abel Maple, that was her district, man.
Yes.
She has told me that she's outraged with the representation that they have right now in the district. We need a solid person, man, that's going to come in and work with them people over there in Vine City and that whole corridor over there. How do we bring back the confidence in the people that you for the people? I know you for the people now. I know you are for the people because you've been over in the community doing the work for so long without, the fanfare. You just do the work.
That's right.
And so how do we bring the confidence back up when they've been betrayed? Abel Maple did all she could, and then, they got somebody that snuck in. I ain't gonna call the name, ain't gonna give no life to their campaign. But they snuck in, and they've been the Manchurian candidate. They have been sitting in the lap of the Republicans since they've been elected.
Day one, yes.
From day one. And so now they have gone all the way and said, we Republican, and we gonna turn this district Republican, and y'all gotta just do what we tell y'all.
Right.
Yeah. What do you do to reassure the people that help is on the way?
First thing we have to do is for people to get an understanding of who I am, truly.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know if we want to do that.
I've been standing on it.
Because you still be in the mirror trying to pop lock. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead. You had to laugh at that. You still in there thinking you still got it.
When you stand on business,
right.
When you stand on your 10 toes, then there are going to always be individuals who will come and defame your character and things like that.
Right.
You do a lot of stuff that not everybody see. I've always had the ability to be able to kind of see down the street and around the corner. you know?
Right.
You know, our community is the same community that Dr. King lived his last days in.
Right there off of Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset, yeah.
Right there. The house is still there, but it's owned by the, I think it's owned by the National Park Service.
National Park Service.
Right.
You know, being in this community, seeing what this community went from.
Right. Do you remember it back in the day, though?
Yes. I mean, I've been...
Vine City always been a little bit different, though.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, my great-grandmother stayed on Foundry.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So when we talk about Vine City, we talking about day one.
Right.
You know? And so, you know, my great-grandmother stayed on Foundry, and the Amos family stayed, like, right behind. So I've been knowing...
Right. I got family live over there off of Griffin.
That's
right.
And so, you know, I grew up in the church at Thessalonian Baptist Church,
right there in Vine City.
Actually, it's on the English Avenue.
I know, but that's still right there.
Vine City, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So I saw, as an early on, I saw when the drugs hit.
Right.
You know, and as a kid, I recognized this ain't crack.
Right.
These are different type of drugs over here.
Right.
That's on Camden Road.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, as I saw the destruction of the community slowly, you know, so, you know, I gotta care.
Right.
I was born to care and raised to care, and you know, my grandmother, you know,
right.
my grandfather.
I got that part, but how do we bring back? You mentioned the drugs that hit us in those communities in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, this is.
And so they were, and we kind of gotten control over that to an extent because they still got, you know, narcotics in the area. But how do we bring, in your opinion, these communities that have been decimated and they've had, they've been divested in, where people just have just taken their money and just taken it out of the community. All we got is the liquor store. All we got is the dollar store. All we got, you don't have any on North Avenue. You got restaurants, but in the community. Let me make this point. Like on Highland Avenue, if you go over there, it used to be decimated with drugs.
That's right.
And now we have a whole industry called the Virginia Highlands, where they took houses and made restaurants and made boutiques and shops. How can we take that model of back then they were it was a heroin capital of Midtown. And they turned that around in the last 20 plus years. And now it's a dining, shopping district that everybody goes to, when they want to be, in an upscale community. It used not be an upscale community. Right. It was working class and folk breaking in your cars and all of that. How do we turn Vine City into that type of thriving situation?
Well, first of all, we have a collaborative effort with our neighbors across the street of Northside Drive.
Okay.
And that effort is with the Georgia World Congress Center.
Okay.
And the Georgia Authority. That's with AMB, which is the Mercedes-Benz group.
Okay.
I truly believe that there should be an impact fee for everything that goes down at the Georgia World Congress Center and the Mercedes-Benz Stadium to the community.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you rob the community when you bring in all these people. Back in the days, I always tell people, when Atlanta built the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
Okay.
Atlanta Fulton County Stadium was a community-based stadium. That's why T-shirts outside and you had vendors everywhere around the stadium.
It did.
You understand what I'm saying?
It did. It did. Now all the way from everywhere in Summer Hill, they made money. They made money in Summer Hill.
It was a real money maker for
the whole community. Right.
But once state of Georgia took over the Sports Authority of Georgia.
Right.
They built the Georgia Dome, and they built the World Congress Center. Now everything is state control.
Right.
And if you sell anything, you're getting locked up.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's never been any intent to be a community-based operation from the state's side of things.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so we have to look at that and say, how can the state of Georgia, who owns this property, who owns this hotel, who owns this Home Depot area,
right,
Mercedes-Benz Stadium, how can we make it, if we're not able to participate in the economic process of what's going on across the street, you know, then what is the incentive for our community? What can incentivize our community to do if it's nothing else but an impact fee? And I don't care if it's 0.007 on the dollar.
Right.
It has to be something.
Right. I gotta ask, you know, I know the city council that works that's his area. No cooperation with the state, you know, House District 56 at all.
Right.
To work with the city of Atlanta. No cooperation from the state representative to work with the county commissioner that's over that area. How will you do differently to work with those two bodies of government to help turn it around? Because you got to have some type of partnership.
You have to have a direct line.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You have a 100-foot cord.
Right.
And I don't care at any point where it's cut off at, the whole cord is dead.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to have what is called a direct line.
Right.
From the municipal, county, state level.
Right. Everybody got to work together.
All the way to the congressional level.
Right.
And I think this one individual, and now two individuals who's been planted over here on the west side. Because, you know, you got hillbillies. You know, I tell you how it is. You know, I'm a developer too.
Right.
You know, I've had contracts with big, major companies.
Right.
You know.
And you haven't worked with me. I know you don't want to see me get no money. But go ahead though.
And so you have these major
You see how you ignore me on that? You know I'm begging right now. You know?
But you might not want to clean carpets.
Hey man, look. Hey man, we do it all. I got people that'll do it all.
I tell people this, man. And I'm gonna divulge a little information.
Don't give up too much now.
No, I can't give up too much. You know, it's just business.
Right.
This about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So I had did a contract with a major apartment building. In the city, built a lot of apartments downtown.
Right.
And
we got 50 seconds.
And they was paying me $500 a floor to shampoo their floors.
Wow.
And you talking about 30 floors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been getting money for a long time.
Yeah, I just don't sit at a club.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. You are my rich friend. That's why I tell everybody.
I don't do nothing by myself.
Right, right. You are my rich friend.
Teams of people.
Yeah, you know, most people got rich white friend. I got a rich black friend who just showed me that he can still do his feet and his leg at the 90-degree angle. He almost fell down now. He did. My people saw you.
We got good balance out here.
Yeah, he almost fell down. But he is the front runner right there. House District 56. In this primary race, he is the one they are looking to go head to head against the incumbent for the Thriller in Manila. I got him in here, the knockout champion. I got CORWIN MONSON. He ready for y'all.
They ready. Come on. Y'all ready? They ready.
Hey, welcome back to the MIXX106radio.com. This portion of the Money Train is brought to you by friends to elect CORWIN MONSON for State Representative House seat number 56. You can go to his website today right away at
CORWINMONSON.com.
And CORWINMONSON.com to donate. CORWINMONSON.com to get involved. CORWINMONSON.com to order a sign to put in your yard at House District 56. I gotta ask you this, Monson. You know, you got this primary that you gotta win to get into the Thriller of Manila. What do people get when they get CORWIN? You're a business guy first. Let's just be your business acumen is you've been a businessman in our community for a long time. So what do they get when they vote for CORWIN Monson for state representative?
First of all, they're gonna get a son of God.
Okay, son of God.
That's first.
So you taking Jesus up out of here?
Yeah, no.
All right, go ahead though.
The son of God.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right, I got you.
So when he say Jesus,
Right, yeah.
the true and only believer.
Right. So you're a believer.
That's right.
Right, so they gonna get a person that's a believer.
You see the son of God, you see what he fought for.
Right,
See, I expect the nails. I expect that because you're fighting for something.
right,
You're standing for something. You
right.
understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's a hard fight. That's a hard fight because you got a lot of people that's been beat down over the years, overlooked over the years. You know, Abel Mabel was one of those people that went, you know, in the well of the Gold Dome every session, screaming to the top of her lungs, you got to do something for these people. You got to bring health care to them. You got to bring nutrition to them. Will you be like the Abel Mabel of her era to fight and always keep your district in the minds of all the people?
That's what it's all about.
Right.
You know, and me growing up seeing Abel fight.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know.
She still live in the house she was born in.
She still live in the house that she was born in.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so that's why I care a little bit more than the average. Because it's deeply rooted.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. You walk those streets over there growing up.
These streets. I understand when it wasn't no sidewalks.
Right.
You know, they told me as a kid, you know, the black man wasn't gonna get nowhere until he learned to start walking on the sidewalk. Well, learning to stay out the grass.
Right.
And I remember saying back to the same people who told me that was that, well, we don't have sidewalks in our community. We have the streets and we have yards. And we walk in yards, it's called trespassing.
Right.
One of the 127 black codes that's on the books in the state of Georgia.
Right.
That can be pulled out anytime they want to be pulled out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So until we begin to create sidewalks in our communities, that's why I cleaned up the sidewalks. It was a thing where if this person can't get from point A to point B without having to walk in the street.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because of overgrown grass and overgrown properties that the state says they can come over here, buy this property, sit it up, ain't got to take care of it, ain't got to do nothing with it.
Right.
It can be a dump, it can be anything because the state says it can happen.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what made me first care, you know, about the community, you know. First thing we have to do is we have to clean up our community.
It got to be cleaned up over there.
Now, they attack me for cleaning up the community because those nonprofits in the area said, you stopping the hustle. See, our community have been hustled for so long.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? From nonprofit organizations, from corporations,
Right.
and from people who are just trying to make a dollar.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we gonna pay y'all to keep up mess. That's what we got going on right now.
Right.
You know, we can't even get a basic education in our school system because the state of Georgia vowed if we integrate these schools, won't nobody learn.
Right. But let's stick to this here. You got one of the nicest parks in downtown Atlanta over there in that district now.
Yes, with no parking.
Right. No parking now. They don't have no parking.
I'm just telling you what.
Right. We don't. Right.
So
we don't have parking.
When they thought out this park, I said the same thing.
Right. There's no parking there, so we got to solve that. That's a problem to be solved. We can't argue over because it's already built.
When you landlocked.
Right. But my point is, how can we build on that? You got this park there. How can we, and on the other side of the street, you got Simpson Road. How can we start to build homegrown businesses that complements this park? I remember when Piedmont Park, if you went down 10th Street,
That's right.
around Piedmont Park, you had these hole-in-the-wall places back in the day.
Well, we have problems.
But now they built up 10th Street to the point now, because it all used to be a dope trap over there.
That's right.
All right, they built it all up now where it's a thriving, robust community.
Mm-hmm.
How can we take that blueprint and do the same thing in that community? How can we do it?
Again, when they thought out the park.
Right. Let's go forward though.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, we got to go forward.
You know, from a practical standpoint, first of all, the number one thing is the park has to be secure.
Okay.
You know, Sunday, Easter Sunday, I was in the park. I left the park. 2 days later, I look on the news. They telling me about a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, 7-year-old child who was grazed by a bullet.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And the first thing I noticed when I went to the park, you mean to tell me no police is in this park? And I'm telling you, a park full of young kids. Grown folks, everybody.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the first thing we have to do is secure the parks.
I think Atlanta's big enough now. If City South Fulton, in every park they got park rangers.
Thank you. I said the same.
Now, City South Fulton, 100,000,
Now,
120,
the city needs
right, 120,000 plus residents. They were smart enough to say, we gonna add park rangers who are part of the police department.
There you go.
They got on green suits, park ranger on the back, but they got arrest powers, everything. They patrol the parks in the city of South Fulton. And you need to do that in the city of Atlanta.
I'm talking about every park.
You need to have a park ranger.
Yes.
Right. I agree with
I
that.
don't care if it's on a horse. I don't care if it's on a scooter.
Right. They need to be park
They
ranger.
need to be
Park,
visible.
park ranger. I agree with
You
that.
understand what I'm saying?
I agree with
So
that.
now that's the first thing, because
Right.
safety is first in anything in life.
Right. How can we better use technology? Because the thing you gotta realize is hiring a bunch of people, especially for policing, is unnecessary. We don't need 10,000 cops no more.
Okay.
Most of this stuff we can do with technology.
Okay.
All right, we can't stop shootings with police or technology, because they're gonna happen, right?
Well,
but here's what technology will do, what humans can't do. If we put cameras and things of that nature, tag readers and things of that nature in the areas where we have those common areas like parks, we can do what they're doing in Cobb County and in the city of Atlanta. We can pinpoint who did it.
Oh yeah, you can follow.
And we can arrest, we can increase our arrest by, if you did it, we gonna see, them cameras gonna catch it, the tags reader gonna catch it, and we're gonna be able to pinpoint who was involved. And that's how we can make more arrests. Do you agree with that?
Well, the problem with the city of Atlanta is that the cameras only keep that data for 14 days.
Right.
So something happened.
But that's reasonable though. Come on, we can download it on a junk drive if there's a crime committed in order for us to locate the criminal. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So my point is, technology. Is there any way that we can utilize that to
I think
Singapore does it? Dubai does it.
I think we need more drone flyers.
Singapore
and what I mean by
and Dubai use them cameras.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is, I think drones can, especially when you're having big events, or you're trying to see a large cast of people. You understand what I'm saying? Drones is like 20 cameras.
I got it.
That's why I'd rather pay a man.
Right.
Who's a police officer.
Right.
But you in the drone flying business. Just like they had the helicopter pilots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the police force.
Right.
Now we got drone flyers.
Right.
So this kid, he's a policeman. But his job is to fly this drone.
Right. I got that.
And observe and see everything.
And I agree.
And if a number come across and say, this address, that drone can be anybody to that address in that community.
Right, I got it. I got that. I think we need to use every level of technology to give us the edge.
And so
right
now, instead of we having police chases throughout the city, this drone finna follow you.
Right.
So
I agree.
You gonna pick up that truck. This drone finna follow you, and you ain't gonna beat this drone.
Right, but they limited though. You can't fly a drone from College Park to Sandy Springs.
But guess what I can do? Alert everybody and see where this car going.
Right.
Now we just set up.
That's
Wait on them. Yeah.
No. That's why you have a camera system.
Right.
You can. They tracked the lady from Midtown Atlanta all the way to the Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson Airport, and knew exactly what she was.
That's right.
And they had 5 officers just walk to her in a line and say, "You under arrest."
That's right.
Listen. Go to Dubai, they do that all day. You go to Singapore, they doing that all day. They don't need a lot of police. Them cameras, if you doing right, them cameras gonna help you out, and that technology gonna help you.
Another thing is that their laws aren't, nowhere near like the laws of Georgia.
Right, I got you.
You gotta realize 75% of the laws of Georgia ain't nothing but a money play.
Right, I got all of that. Yeah, I got.
They need police. The way they think of patrolling, is they need polices for the money play.
Right, but that model is not working for us because the end user, the taxpayer, got to pay them benefits. If they get hurt, they got to pay the disability. If they harm somebody, we got to pay the lawsuit. That model right there is not going to be sustainable in the future. It's just not. So let me ask you this. Got to take this break. When they vote on May the 21st, last day to vote, April the 29th is the first day of early voting. What do they get at House District 56 when they vote for CORWIN MONSON?
What you're going to get is a solid representative, a courageous politician. What you're going to get is a man of integrity.
Right.
That's first and foremost. You understand what I'm saying? So right now, our community, we have been hoodwinked. We have been, and this has, from the city hall, when they brought in Antonio Brown, these are people that are placed here. My opponent is a placed individual. You understand what I'm saying? And so you're still dealing with that. The question is, you understand, who sent them to push an SB 233 bill? Who said, I'm gonna pay you guys to come in here and do this? Who sent? Once you understand who sent these people, then you understand where the battle is. So, okay, once we get rid of the knife out the side, we still got to deal with the wound. Right. We still got to repair the heart. Right. And so you're looking at the repair. Okay. You're looking at the cure. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? You're looking at, I can't be fooled. Okay. I can't be bought. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by in the State House. Sometimes you have to laugh at them. Don't even come my way. Right. Because we are here on a mission for the people of this District 56. Probably the only district in the State House that's totally within the city of Atlanta. 100%. You understand what I'm saying? So I have other representatives who might not understand the issues that's facing the west side of Atlanta. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And so we have to deal with these issues on a separate entity and component than we deal with the rest of the state. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. I don't have the jury. I have the Georgia World Congress Center in my district. You don't have the Georgia World Congress. That offers zero. They don't pay taxes over there to this community. They just ride up and down the street and bring people in and ship people back out and make a lot of money, and yet the community is still sitting here desolate. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Why? Because you have buyer and holders, too many buyer and holders in these blighted communities, creating these blights. So I truly believe that once we get rid of the buying and holding, if you buy a property in Vine City, you got 3 years to develop it or go about your business because we got to grow this community. Right. This is about revitalization and growth. You understand what I'm saying? Right. This ain't about gentrifying. You can never gentrify people who don't have nowhere to go. Right. These people that's in this community, guess what? They ain't got nowhere to go. Right. So we have to grow these people. Right. We have to water these plants. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And it's just that simple. Right, right. And once we water the plant and we allow it to grow, same thing we did at Tri-Cities High School. And now these kids are around the world. Right. And they become productive citizens. Into the community. Into the community. Hey, you talking to CP. You know.
House District 56, man, y'all gotta get ready to vote April 29th. Early voting start. He motivated, baby. He ready to get past this primary so he can get into the Rumble. No, it's the Thriller in Manila. It's going down, y'all. Let's go. Are you ready for the Thriller in Manila?
April 29th.
April 29th.
I gotta get past
This primary
primary.
to get in the Thriller for the Manila. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
All they gotta do is go to support you. Go to
CORWINMONSON.com.
CORWIN. Donate to CORWINMONSON.com.
That's right. I need to donate to CORWINMONSON.com so I can continue to run this race that I know we're gonna need to get to the promised land.
That's it.
Go through this Red Sea.
We gotta go there, man. Hey, it's CORWINMONSON.com to donate, CORWINMONSON.com to join the movement. I want to thank Corwin for coming in today and setting the record straight today. He's ready for the Thriller in Manila, and I think he's gonna get there.